devised a little...
Have you? You've devised something. I like it when you devise stuff. What have you devised? Is it a secret?
No, it's not a secret. We're just flipping scenes, that's all. We put Critical Motion on our overlay. Here we go.
You'll be.
Hey guys,
Hello, Chris.
Hey!
how's it going?
Going very well, mate. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Thank you for the host, good sir. We appreciate that.
That's all right.
We have a lot of fans who are watching at the moment who are like, you guys stop waffling on and get the bloke that we're actually here to see on, please.
Yep,
So
I see a couple.
we thought we'd better get stuck in. But Critical Motion, you're a Perth bloke. You live down south, which is just extraordinary because rarely do we hear about, regional centres around the country, let alone Perth, that are breeding some of the best gaming talent in the country. Congratulations on being, I'm just going to go out there and say it, the best PUBG player in the bloody country, mate.
Oh, kind of. At least top 10.
Oh, he's so humble.
He's so humble, isn't he?
love it.
He's such a humble bloke. The reason why we've got you on here is to talk about Red Bull Fight or Flight. There's a couple of other things that we've become privy to that we want to get stuck into as well. But as you can imagine, yours truly and old mate over there as well, we've played a fair bit of PUBG. We are shithouse at it.
Yep.
And bottom 10.
Bottom 10. Yeah, bottom 10.
At least bottom 10.
Right at the bottom there. So we're going to pick your brain on some strats and stuff like that. But how did you go from just, casually playing to becoming top 10, if not the best PUBG player in the country?
Well, I was watching PUBG a lot on Twitch. It was extremely popular, as you know, when it came out.
Yep.
And all my friends were playing it too. But I kind of avoided it for the first month.
Why? Why is that?
Because my PC was garbage. And I
Potato.
just thought I wouldn't bother.
Yep.
But eventually I caved in and I started playing and got pretty addicted to it. And it's just a pretty addicting game, really.
So was this something where you got pretty addicted to it and became incredible at it? Or, excuse me, were you already like a hell of a, shooter player anyway in any other titles?
I have I've been playing PC games for an extremely long time. Used to play a lot of Counter-Strike, Call of Duty. So I had the aim ability. And I also before that, I also played on console for 10 years. I played Call of Duty esports for about 10 years.
Wow.
Call of Duty esports. What was that like?
Average.
Oh, okay. Yep, all right. That gets a little thing then. We'll just move straight on.
Yeah.
Look, being a man who is, I'm very excited. There's one thing we were talking about before off the air, mate, that we're very excited about from you, and it'll happen at the end of the chat. But we pitch a question, the Game on Australia question, to every talent that drops on this podcast and gives us their time. And as a man who has put away more chicken dinners than we can count, we're very much looking forward to hitting you with the Goa question tonight. So we'll get to that very, very soon. But of course, we're talking Red Bull Fight or Flight. The qualifications were earlier this month. The main event coming up very soon as well. You're not participating. You'll be watching.
I'll be there spectating, yeah. Should be pretty exciting.
So tell us about Red Bull Fight or Flight and what makes it different from your average PUBG game.
So Red Bull Fight or Flight is a more intense version of your average PUBG game, I guess. They've put you on the smallest map, which is Sanok.
Yep.
And they've tweaked the rule set a lot to make it a much faster game. So instead of like a 30-minute game, which is how long it normally takes, it's about 12 to 15 minutes. And it's the circles move a lot faster, so it's just pretty much non-stop action.
Oh, God. It sounds like the 2020 of PUBG.
Oh, actually, that's a
pretty much.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
For people who want to actually get along and watch this when it fires up, where's it being broadcast? Will you be featuring it on your stream?
I'll probably be hosting the channel that it's on.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure it's going to be on the Red Bull Twitch account.
Jeez, that's monstrous.
That's massive.
That is absolutely
straight up,
massive.
it's Red Bull, yeah.
And Red Bull have been just extraordinary in backing in esports. They're going pretty bloody hard, so it's good to see all of this stuff come together. Mate, PUBG itself is, like I said, it's something that Dan and I have had a fair old crack at, and we are absolutely terrible. Can you give us some I'm just going to hit you with a few questions that some of us and our mates talk about as we're in the plane and getting ready to drop. So, first off the bat, favourite map that you like to play?
Favorite map? Well, recently, a few months ago, they remastered the first map, Erangel.
Yep.
Right.
And it's the remastered version of it came out, and that's by far my favorite map.
Okay, so on Erangel, you're going over in the plane.
hmm
If you have the choice, if the plane's going that way, where do you drop first?
I'm a huge fan of Prison.
Really?
Massive fan.
Ah.
Yeah.
Why is that?
It's actually not the best place to drop if you're trying to win, but I think the fights there are really fun. It often leads to you having people come above you and just hold you out, like you can't get out. But I don't know. I like the challenge.
That's sensational. Now you've dropped at Prison. What is the kit that you're hoping to find straight off the bat?
I love the Car 9 as my secondary. Always love the bolt action.
Yep.
Probably not the easiest gun to use, but the most satisfying. And then probably just good old M4 or AK.
Yep.
Yeah, oh God,
Yep.
that sounds good, doesn't it? It's a little bit of sex, the M4.
Well,
it's a little bit of sex.
Yeah, there's certainly how you play the game is what sort of weapon you sort of preferred, isn't it? So any of those semi-automatic ding-dong guns. And what sprayers like me?
Just as many bullets in a clip as possible. You're a sprayer as well.
Spraying is the way to go.
Yes.
100%. You have to make sure you crouch first.
Oh, that is the best. So, okay, you've
That's an
landed
excellent tip.
you've landed in Prison. You've picked up the stuff that you were hoping to pick up. Now, the circle's coming in, and what's your strategy from there? I mean, what are you looking for? Where are you heading to make sure that you get that tasty chicken dinner by the end?
All right. If you're 100% trying to win, you definitely need to start heading towards the center.
Yep.
It just gives you the highest % chance to get towards the end, I guess. I like to not. I don't really play for the win anymore, but if you're trying to win, you definitely want to just try and get towards the center.
Yep.
One of our Twitch streamers who's watching right now in the chat, Trent AU, has got a very interesting question. How do I get good?
How do I get good?
Yes.
Asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend.
You can watch my Twitch channel.
Yay!
Yes!
Boom! It's obviously Critical Motion. For people who want to follow all your stuff, if they just search Critical Motion, they'll get there.
Yep, just have to replace the C's with K's.
I don't know if you're looking at our stream at the moment, but we're featuring a picture of you and your cat. What's your cat's name?
Oh, here we go. Have a look. Oh, it's Pushkin.
Sorry?
Pushkin.
Pushkin?
Yeah.
Where does
Russian.
Russian?
He's a Russian blue.
Are you a Russian bloke?
No, I have a Russian name, but I'm not Russian.
Where,
My name's Nikolai.
yeah. So what's Pushkin mean?
My parents are just big fans of Russian names, I think.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, wow. That's crazy, isn't it? Are your parents, where are your parents from? Dan?
My dad's
not me.
You go, yeah.
Oh, you can go.
Yeah.
No, it's just because my mum was Australian and my dad's English, but they just like the Russian names.
Yeah. My mum's from Australia, but my dad's from Holland. Yeah.
Is Dan a Danish name?
Daniel?
Daniel.
No, it's a biblical name.
Biblical?
I think. And you know what? It was Elton John's Daniel that was popular at the time. That's why I got named Daniel.
Is that right?
Yes.
Lovely.
Yes.
I'm Italian.
You are 100. You're full blown Italian.
100% full-blown Italian.
Yeah.
Pietro Carmelo Crowley.
Yes.
This guy here.
WA Savage, we're not fencing, but we're cheap.
Now, the Red Bull tournament itself, it's not solos, it's not duos, it's squads, isn't it?
It is squads, yes. The most competitive mode.
Yeah, awesome.
If you could pick any streamer or any pro PUBG player, any guys that you watch, whatever, who would your perfect squad be?
My perfect squad. I could be lame and just say my current team, but
Don't be
do I
lame.
do that?
Don't be lame.
Don't be lame.
Well, you'd have to just go with the usuals, right? You have to go with Shroud.
Oh,
Yeah.
Shroud, yes.
Have to go with Shroud just for the big effect. And then I would pick one of my close friends, and they kind of got him where he is a little bit. James Tickleton, who plays in the American PUBG League,
Ooh.
who I'm a big fan of.
Yeah.
And then fourth, I don't know. Maybe throw one of you guys in there.
Well.
No, we wouldn't. With all due respect, appreciate it, but can we strongly advise against?
Be a good time, though. Be a good time.
So it's a 3-man squad then?
You know what? Seriously, Crits, this is what I do, right? When I'm playing squads with the boys, so I let them just drop, and I pick up a pistol, and it's the vest and all that sort of stuff, and then I just sort of let them go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm just like, you guys
exactly
go.
The same,
and then when I've got time, I'll catch up. And by then, I think the only time I've won one chicken, I kid you not, in the years I've been playing, I've won one chicken dinner, right?
Yeah.
I got the kill, but it was by accident because I lobbed a grenade and the guy just happened to be sitting there. And
that's all that matters.
Really?
Yeah, that was it. But like that aside, absolutely 100% crap.
We defined, I got your 6.
Yeah.
As in, we're behind you.
Yeah.
Hey, that's one of the best things about PUBG, though. Anyone can win.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
What are you looking for in a squad? When you and your mates play, are you guys coordinating your efforts? If you're actually going 100% for the win, are you guys coordinating your efforts? You're like, I'm going to be the aggressive one. I'm going to be the one who's packing in heals. I'm going to be the one who's going to be sniping and watching our backs, yada, yada, yada. Do you guys talk about that sort of gear, or do you just get stuck in?
It's very natural to us. When I play PUBG these days, it's usually with other competitive players. So we've got the comms down point, but we often end up, honestly, not going for the win and just doing some pretty stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Lots
what?
of just jumping around the map in cars, doing drive-bys.
I love it.
Kind of descends into, pretty not serious play.
Anarchy. Absolute anarchy.
Yeah.
So we have been talking about Red Bull Fight or Flight. There's another thing that we heard, and this is bloody spectacular by you, good sir, and that is you have qualified for the PUBG World Championships.
Yep, just on Sunday.
Holy crap. Congratulations. Mate, that is spectacular.
No, it was a great time. We're one of the 2 Australian teams who will be going to LA.
Oh, epic.
So squads then, yeah?
Yep, 4 man, yeah.
So can you talk us about leading up to that point of qualification? What did you have to go through to get there?
We played an entire season, which you had to qualify first. It was I think it was 40 matches or 60, I can't remember. But it was an online season, just at home. And the top 12 qualified for the finals.
Mm-hmm.
And then 4 more teams had to go through their own kind of harder qualifiers to get the last 4 spots.
Yep.
And then we all got flown to Sydney at ESL Studios, and we competed in 20 games, 10 games a day.
Jesus.
And the top 2 gone to LA.
20 games, 10 games a day.
It's actually a lot.
Are you cooked by the end of it?
Yeah, no, it's actually really harsh.
Yeah.
You think about it, like a PUBG game, a competitive PUBG game can take 34 minutes.
Yeah, easy.
So it's a big part of it's the mental side of it.
Yeah.
It's not just aiming.
Is there breaks in between, or are you literally just jumping into the next round?
So it would be one game and then a 5-minute break. Sometimes that 5-minute break would extend a little bit, 5, 10. And then in between, there were 5 games and then there was an hour break.
Yeah, right, okay.
And how much of that, so you're going through those games, dropping in PUBG, let's be honest, it's luck of the draw, right? How much of that is, oh Christ, I'm lucky I landed on that weapon, and how much of it is, no, it doesn't matter what weapon's in front of me, this is pure skill, we will collect and we will win.
In competitive PUBG, you pretty much don't have many early fights. You kind of get to know the people you're versing, and everyone drops in their own spot. Like, they kind of have a cemented spot on the map.
Yep.
And then it becomes more about the circles.
So do you train just by playing, or do you train for an event like that by actually going and watching your competitors' streams and actually doing some homework on them?
Yeah.
Well, for the Australian team, which is a bit smaller, our team actually doesn't practice.
Okay, mate. Sure.
No,
All right. Yep.
We find the level of practice in Australia pretty not great. Some other teams practice more, but we still won the event, so that was fun.
Yeah.
For this upcoming one, for the World Champs, though, we need to do some study on the big American EU teams and the Korean teams. They're a lot more structured, and we have to find out how they move around the map.
So it's almost a classic Aussie underdog story. Could be.
100%.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, that's bloody great.
Quack.
Yes.
Quack. Quack. Quack.
Quack, 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 quack.
Actually, that's American.
Yeah.
Mate, it's spectacular. So you get to, US is where it's being played at?
Yeah, LA,
Yep.
LA.
You get to oh my God, Los
32
Angeles.
teams.
That's awful.
You get to
awesome.
Los Angeles. So what's ahead of you when you actually start getting stuck into the games against the other 31 teams?
We play. There's group stages, and you have to get through each stage. So there's three. There's three stages, and you try to get your team through. Obviously, because they have to get down from 32 teams to 16.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So it's going to be rough because you actually, like I just said, we played 20 at our qualifier, but these rounds are only like 6 games or something, which is pretty intense.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I've got a dumb question. I think it's a dumb question.
Okay.
So, it's in a situation where you go to LA and you're playing those 32 teams. Are you playing LAN or are you playing?
Yeah, no, it's LAN.
It's LAN.
Yeah,
So, I've always wondered this, right? So, I've always played these kind of games on what is my version of the internet, which is okay, average. It's not ideal.
That's
and
crap.
I've always been
It's
convinced
terrible.
that in games like this, where a millisecond's critical to your survival, I've always wondered if I had a situation to play on I've never played those games LAN. And does that change?
Huge.
It's huge, is it?
It's huge.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Even if you're just playing in Sydney compared to Perth, different game.
Wow.
In what way?
So much easier. Well, there's just no delay.
Well, that's
no delay.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear because that's why I was convinced I was so shit at it.
I mean, it's a pretty good excuse.
Yeah.
I'm quite happy to put my hand up and just go, no,
finally,
I'm
all
just
those
shit.
years of yelling out, lag!
Lag!
It's one of the great things about the Red Bull event is everyone's going to be on the same settings and stuff. That's the great thing about playing a local event.
Yeah. And is that partly why you don't practice? Because it's different?
Oh, not really.
No?
Although it is very different at LAN.
Yeah. Okay.
So it is kind of a little bit like a different game.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so because excuse me, over in Perth, the internet's we're so far away from the servers, all that sort of gear, lag cops us a little bit. Does it make you a better player playing under our conditions and then going somewhere where you're like a few seconds ahead of the game, or does it make you a worse player because you're not used to the speed of it?
I think it could make you a better player once you get to an event.
Yeah.
But your online results aren't going to be as good.
No, okay.
And I've dealt with that a long time. Even playing Call of Duty was really hard.
Yeah.
Interesting.
One of my teammates is actually from Singapore.
Yep.
So he's got even higher latency online. So when he got to the event, he was insane.
Right.
Bloody
Wow.
hell.
That's sort of cool in a way because it's almost like you're practicing with a handicap.
Yeah.
Like in terms of a weight, like a horse might run with a weight on its back to slow it down a bit. Like that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Rock and roll. As being such an incredible, you're almost 20,000 followers on Twitch. You're an incredible PUBG player. You're one of the most followed. All that sort of stuff, especially here in Australia. Do you hear from like PUBG at all? Do you hear from the guys at the studio?
A little bit, yeah. Actually, 2 of the community managers are Australian.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I'm actually really pretty good friends with them.
Oh, cool.
I see them at lots of events. They'll be at PGC as well.
Yeah.
Do they ever send you any packages or anything like that? And I'm talking
Yeah, they do.
They do. Well, okay, so do they send them via plane and drop it into your backyard?
I wish.
I'm being serious.
That's funny. I got one today.
Get out.
Cool.
Haven't taken any photos for social media yet.
Now,
They sent me some funny plastic pans,
Oh,
as
sweet.
in chicken dinner.
yeah.
Yes.
Do you like chicken?
Yes,
Oh,
who doesn't like chicken?
God, it's going to be a good question when we ask you
actually
this
will
question.
be, yeah.
Far out, it's
Yeah.
going to be a ripper. How many PUBG pans do you reckon you have?
PUBG fans.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pans.
Pans, not pants.
What? Like in real life?
Yeah, in real life.
Ooh, I have all these little keychain ones actually. So I have about 10.
Oh, that's very cool.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Not bad.
I'd use them.
The pan.
Yeah. I want to get one with the embossed PUBG in the,
Yeah.
so when you cook your eggs in the morning, it's
Yeah.
got PUBG written in your eggs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a great.
It's a great
Or
idea, isn't it?
pancakes.
Or
Boom.
pancakes. Oh, PUBG pancakes.
I mean, really.
Yeah,
Come on.
100%. It's amazing. Or PUBG. Now, we wish you the best of luck for the world champs, mate. Go over there and just bloody smash them.
Yes.
Just smash them.
We'll give it up there.
Tear them an
Good boy.
absolute
Good
new
boy.
one. We will be watching for that stank. We're looking forward to it. It's going to be amazing. It is also incredibly cool and a little bit, I don't know, I think we're backing you a little bit more personally because you're a Perth bloke. And we bloody love that, mate.
Yeah.
So good on you. Should we do it?
Do it.
Shall we do it?
Yeah.
Are we doing it?
Enough teasing.
Enough teasing?
Yeah.
Are we doing it? Oh, God.
I'm nervous.
I'm nervous too. 'Cause
I'm worried.
If there was ever a bloke who would know or have some sort of
Idea.
or genuine answer to the Game on Australia question,
It's Critical Motion.
it's got to be Critical Motion by virtue of the experience and the talent of this man.
So many chicken dinners.
So many chicken dinners. Critical Motion. What is your favourite part of the chicken?
Favorite part of the chicken? Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This is life-changing.
Oh. You have to say the leg.
The leg.
The leg.
The leg.
A nice leg.
Really?
Nice leg.
The leg.
Yeah. Is that weird?
You're a leg guy, aren't you?
No, I'm a breast man.
I'm a breast man too.
There's
We've
more-
had lots of legs though.
We
and-
have
yeah.
had lots of legs.
Yep.
Monster Energy Ultra Zero said, if he says wings, I'm unsubbing.
Expected from that guy.
Oh, crikey.
Yeah,
That
no,
Wings are a little overrated.
is- Why the leg? Is it because you can hold on to it?
It's just nice. Yeah, hold on to it.
Yeah.
If it's
the-
done right.
It's
Good.
it's the best part of the chicken for gaming
It certainly is.
because
Dan.
it's got the handle to hold the chicken.
That's a very good point.
Bit of eating, bit of gaming.
Yeah.
You know.
Bit of all of the above.
Yeah.
Um,
Mind you, chicken nuggets are probably best actually, but they're not part of the chicken.
Yeah, we don't know what part of chicken that is, though.
That's a very good point. Yeah, it's luck of the draw. Critical Motion, Nikolai, what an absolute pleasure. Congratulations to you on such an incredibly successful career playing PUBG and just gaming and esports in general. Good on you for being such an incredible affiliate of Red Bull and, of course, covering Red Bull Fight or Flight. We'll keep our eyes across your stream on Twitch for more details on that and, of course, to see the best bloody PUBG play in the country and the big one. All the very best and good luck for the PGC, the PUBG World Champs, mate. Go and get them.
Thank you, guys. And I look forward. Hope to see some people at the Red Bull event on the 2nd.
Rock and
Yeah,
roll.
Epic. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
And, mate, if anybody's watching this, that this is the first time they've seen or heard of you, can you just give them all the deets where they can find you on socials, on Twitch, the whole lot? Go for it.
Pretty much, you can find me on Twitter and Twitch at Critical Motion, and it's just the C's, RKs.
Very good.
Rock and roll.
I'll go follow you right now. Boom.
All right, Crits, all the best to you, mate. We'll catch up soon, we're sure.
Oh, good. Thank you, guys.
See you,
brother.
mate. Bye.
Cheers, mate.
Bye.
What a bloody legend.
What a bloody legend.
I mean,
What
honestly.
a bloody you know,